How to get SBA financing for a startup. On this episode, we're going to dive into SBA financing for startups and actually what you need to do to get most of these funded. We get a lot of requests for laundromat startups. Laundromat startups that are non-franchise are difficult to finance. And so how do you position yourself in the best light possible to get these loan requests funded? Definitely a great business plan, a solid PFS, personal financial statement, and good collateral. So if you're leasing a property and then you're going to do the improvements and then put the washers, dryers in and the build out, but you're leasing the property, let's call that a leasehold deal, versus actually owning the real estate. Owning the real estate would be a lot easier because it's collateralized. So what are these banks looking for if they're going to do a true startup on a leasehold property? Okay, they're going to be looking first, do you have any relevant experience in business ownership? They're going to look at your business plan and your projections. They're going to look at your personal financial statement. So what are the compensating factors? So, you have income coming in, you have a W-2 job that you make $200,000 a year. That income can service the SBA debt. That's always a plus, right? If it's a startup and you work full time, maybe you have a spouse that has time that can be doing the day-to-day operations. They want to know the story. It should be in the vicinity of where you live. If you're in Florida and you're trying to do this in California, probably not going to work. They want to know that you're going to be running the business. So these are some things that you're going to run into. So what loans will get approved? Good business plan, good financials, usually outside income definitely helps. That can debt service this projection-based loan because this is a true projection-based loan. The other big thing too is if you have additional collateral. If you own a home and it's got a couple $100,000 of equity in it and you're applying for $1 million or $1.5 million loan with a bank, which is an SBA 7A loan on these leasehold deals, there's going to be what's called a collateral shortfall. And so if you have additional collateral, SBA guidelines say that they need to take the collateral or put a second lien on that collateral. So if it's a startup projection-based laundromat, there's a high failure rate within laundromat startups. But you have a good business plan, projections, and you also have additional collateral, great credit, and outside income. It makes it a lot easier. Not to say we can't get it done the other route where you may have a good W-2 job, but you have no collateral. Definitely, if there's collateral on it, it makes the deal a lot easier, right? Because it's lower risk for the bank or credit union or non-bank SBA lender that's making that loan. So anyways, we've done some previous videos on business plans and projections for startup laundromats. This holds true on most startups, right? Yeah, the loan has to be justifiable, right? Like it has to make sense. They have to use prudent lending. So anytime you're doing a startup, non-franchise, etc., a true startup, you really gotta, who's the borrower? Do they have outside collateral? And that makes a big difference. Now, if the loans are small, I have a bank that focuses on doing smaller loans. Those are actually a little bit easier. Anything under $500,000, SBA guidelines don't look for additional collateral necessarily. Now, banks overlay that sometimes, and they will. So these are all the considerations when you're working on your startup business venture to really kind of put yourself in the best light possible. If you do have a lot of assets and other real estate collateral, that is definitely going to help you on these startups. Not to say it can't be done, but I just want to give you some insight on the easier way to get deals done, right? If you've got the equity injection, if you've got additional collateral, it makes getting these startup loans a lot easier. Hope you enjoy this episode. We'll see you on the next one.
Meet Bo Eckstein, the driving force behind Business Ownership Coach. Unlocking the path to business ownership. Visit www.businessownershipcoach.com. Thrive with Business Ownership Coach.
Hey guys, Bo Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.